last week, they gave us these contacts. You can use them, 0291 103 257. That's 029 1103 257 or 029 1103 251. Yes, Edudzi, briefly.
Something, my brief intervention as far as this matter is concerned is one, a call for a bipartisan parliamentary probe. I strongly believe that we need to ensure that we avoid this happening again. And we have the capacity to ensure it doesn't happen again. Now, on the issue of coordination, what is clear is that if there is a gap, it further fortifies the reason why the call for declaring a state of emergency is important. Because you see, you have a crisis that effectively has affected Volta region, Oti region, Eastern region, Greater Accra, Savannah, and the Bono regions. I mean, I don't remember the last time, in the last 10 years, maybe beyond COVID, that we have had a national, emergency covering this number of regions. So it becomes necessary that we need to have a state of emergency in place. And once you have a state of emergency declared by the president, it provides centrality relative to coordination. And that, for me, is what is lacking. And in terms of the affected communities, I mean, it's obvious that Mepe is the epicenter because that's obviously where the Volta River basically meanders back towards Sugakope and these areas. And so, and because it's also low-lying, it is not surprising that that is the worst hit. But you can see the work of MPs, Kobi Woyome in South Tong, you have Alex Wotoji in Central Tong, you have Jifa Ablagomashi, and the MPs for Keta, Gakwe, and then the MP for Anglon. But if you go to the Oti region, there's 6 constituencies in Oti, in Kwanta North, in Kwanta South, Biakuye, you have Krachi East, Krachi West, Krachi Nchumnu. All these areas have equally been affected. If you go to Germany, that's South Dine, all those areas have equally been affected. So once you have a state of emergency in place, you don't even have situations where all items are going to, say, Mepe, and then distribution possibly may become an issue. Relative to coordination, you'll notice that in the specific case of North Tong, at least there's what appears to be a locally structured distribution network comprising NDC, MPP, and the traditional authority, particularly the Mepe Development Association. They have been so far so good in ensuring that everything is done properly. Now, the danger is that after this situation, remember, there will be an issue of resettlement. How are we going to manage it? The health crisis that may come, cholera, among other things, because once it involves water, these matters will come up. So we are not done yet, and that is where I think the call for declaring a state of emergency is even more profound under the circumstance.
All right, thank you very much. So we will take a quick break. When we return, we will quickly check at the NPP. Next week, this time, they would be busy determining who becomes the flag bearer of the NPP, even though the watchers and the punditocrats will say that it is known, it's a done deal, except that you must go through the ritual. We'll be right back.